What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to today's episode of Solutions. I'm Cam.
Jay Phillip.
And on today, we're going to be discussing what we believe is the true definition of freedom for the Black community. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. So I do want to say, some people may see this and be like, what's the relevance of, basically this video? And I feel like as far as clearly having an understanding of freedom, that would kind of give you life guidance. Like, a lot of people feel like they struggle for their purpose, and I feel like you have to clearly define what freedom is for you, and that would help you dictate how you live your life. Like, you weren't created to just get up and trade your life. Like, some people not gonna look into their purpose. Some people just gonna get up, live the same life, do the same job, complain. It's like, it's more to you than where you are right now. Like, what would you say, how would you define freedom for your life?
Freedom as in, like, just being free?
Yeah, like if you wake up and you feel like you are truly free, like you can do exactly what you want to do, you can live exactly how you want to live. Like, not if you don't know, demented, if you out here like you enjoy doing bad, like that's not what I mean. I mean like a typical person, like you as an individual. What would, freedom look like to you? I say all inclusive. So like, I know personally, if I go downtown dressed as I am, it's gonna be people that look at me until I walk past, just because I'm a young black man with locks, because of a preconceived notion that they have, which is, I can't even say it's inherently a bad thing, just because most of the time all they've seen is social media, and what does social media promote as far as black people? Pure negativity. So my version of freedom would be, I wake up, I can go outside, and the companies that truly influence my community, meaning where I'm forced to spend money every day, like we as a people are forced to go to Walmart. You forced to go to these companies that have rescinded these diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Mm-hmm. That's not freedom. Mm-hmm. In my eyes, the people that run the companies that actually run communities are either owned by black people or are owned by people that truly support the black community, mm-hmm. that are truly willing to collaborate, that are truly willing to not only hire you, but to give you an opportunity. Because consulting for equity is a very real thing. So that's a glimpse of what freedom looks like for me.
Okay.
So what would you say? It's all inclusive.
Just being able to go out, go to our kind of stores and stuff like that, not having to shop at, okay, yeah, that. Not having to worry about finances, not having to worry about necessities. That's another add-on to everything you said. I think everything you said is good. Great. Excuse me. But I do think, financial freedom is definitely something that helps with being free. I would just say us, like, if we all just stuck together, like, and we didn't want to fight each other, and we helped each other, like, we worried about us as a whole, the black community as a whole, hell, we could be free, but hell, we gotta fight each other more than we fight other people. You know what I'm saying? So we start with us, start with our community, start building stuff that we can have, and it ain't even gotta be passed down to your kids or nothing like that. You might know a nice young man in the neighborhood, they didn't have a family, a mother, a father, or something like that. But you've built a good relationship with him, and that may be something you may want to hand down to him. So, definitely our community, as one.
So, crazy.
I know you like your Latinos.
She crazy. Not really. I can't say not really, but now it's like, bro, after you see so much black excellence, bro, with the black lip liner, with the two-tone lip combo, I don't think I can go back out. I ain't gonna lie. Probably done with those. I gotta build a strong black family anyway, but no, but as far as financial freedom, and I partially asked that because, number one, I need insight from a different person's perspective. Because for me, finances I hadn't even spoken about it. As you all can see, in my eyes, financial freedom is not the goal, but financial freedom is the foundation. For our community, Black excellence has to be the standard for us to truly be who we, you know what I'm saying, who we were designed to be. Because Black people love to say, you know, Black excellence, and you see all the Black History Month posts, but after February, where all the support go? Why do your New Year's resolutions have to start in January? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were to intentionally collaborate, like, put it this way, as far as financial freedom, some people may feel as though it's unattainable. What I hear is we didn't have the upbringing of assets. Like, I've been wanting to play Monopoly with my people for the longest. Parents in 2 separate households, so my dad probably would play with us, but I don't really have no family on my dad's side. I probably know more blood relatives on my dad's side. No, I probably got more fingers on my right hand than I know blood relatives on my dad's side. And that's just I don't know if that's a South Side of Chicago thing. I don't know if that's just a Black community thing, but that's unacceptable. In my eyes, at this point, I basically talk about this every video, but that's really where everything starts for us. Because you being stressed over finances means that, number one, you were not raised being prepared to go out and be successful financially. In my eyes, had my parents been focused on, number one, staying together, number one, even before that, number zero, if you don't sleep with this person, if you're not gonna marry them. So now, that's squared away. Now y'all are married, so now y'all actually sit down and put a plan together. Y'all plan should not be to keep up with the Joneses. Y'all plan needs to be, we're gonna set this money aside, we're gonna create a stash. Y'all need to be as one. Y'all don't have to have, y'all need to have a joint bank account and 2 separate ones. Or all combined. Like, there needs to be unity, because now when you're raising said individuals, now you can, and this isn't a disrespectful video, this is a reflective video, this is honestly me speaking from personal experiences and whatever he gives me. If you raise your son like, look, we bought this property because we're gonna do this with it and we're gonna pass it down to you. This is like grassroots. This is like the almost lowest level. The lowest level investing is basically stocks. A step up is liquid at like hard assets like real estate. Businesses is the next level. That's really not what this video is about. But something that everybody could do, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, is be intentional in who you are marrying. You should not be, if you don't, what make you think you can have a child with somebody when you can't marry them? Like, that needs to come first. So now y'all are on one page, y'all are on one accord. Now you have 2 parents, you have a nurturing woman and you have a masculine man, which we need in the household, which can raise up this child in the way that they should go. A part of that is instilling with them financial, like, clearly understanding what's an asset and what's a liability. So now you don't have that problem. Now when you 20, 30, they bought this property when you were in your mother's womb. Mortgages is 30 years. If nothing else, they didn't refinance that property over the 15, 20 years of your lifetime, and now they done went and bought another one that they can pass down to you. That's like the lowest level of investing. That don't have nothing to do with like Airbnbs, like midterm rentals with insurance relocation cases. Like, that's, you buy something and you rent it out and it appreciates over time and you pay down the debt. That's the lowest level of assets and liabilities. That's not the norm. It's normal for us to have children in our early 20s, but somebody gonna look at you sideways if you got a ring on your finger in your early 20s in the Black community. That's backwards. Like, that's where everything begins for us. When we talk about financial literacy, all of our people are primarily focused on finances. And that is a tool. First of all, money is a tool. Money is not just to pay bills. Like, you go work for it, you get paid. Getting paid every week is worse than being paid every 2 weeks. Being paid every 2 weeks is worse than being paid every month, because it keeps you coming back. If you getting $500 a week, you're gonna spend that $500 come next Friday. You're gonna stay check to check unless your parents have instilled within you this mentality. Because school ain't gonna teach you the difference between assets and liabilities. School was created by the people that actually run every community, not just ours. They don't want you to understand assets and liabilities because you are an asset to them. So
if I was getting paid every week, would I get paid bi-weekly?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be check to check. I wouldn't be check to check.
I mean, that's a mentality though. Cause think about it.
That would like definitely blessed my life though.
So I say that because as a business owner, you have to understand cash flow, and you have to understand assets and liabilities, because that makes up your finance statement. You got personal finance statements, but as a business, you got to understand cash flow. The person that gets paid every month, they have the financial discipline to handle what they're given. They're gonna budget better, so they can deal with longer periods of time. Like, think about it. The typical person coming out of high school, you pay this high school student once every month versus you paying this high school student every week, like at Amazon. The one that's getting paid every week is going to be less financially literate than the person being paid every month. The one being paid every month is going to understand, they're going to understand budgeting. They're going to understand how to handle their finances, how to control what they're spending. We say budgeting, but we got to break it down. Like, you know, you can't go get your nails done, go get your hair done, and you broke for the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mentality. Like, that's part of it. So if you had a good head on your shoulders and your people taught you how to manage your money, it's cool. But if not, you're going to be waiting on every Friday. That's going to be the best day of your life. And it's going to be perpetual, which it is for most of our people.
Yeah. Okay.
So some people could handle that, getting paid every week. Some businesses literally get paid every week. Like, you got something, you making sales every day, cool. But you have to understand cash flow. And that's something that has to be taught to you through your parents, either through your parents or through a mentor, because you're not going to get it from school. Like, you literally have to be in a business program in college to get to that level. Most kids don't even make it to college, bro. Don't get me started on Ivy League colleges. Harvard just rescinded they slavery remembrance program with a $50+ billion endowment. Why are we talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion? We need to collaborate for equity. So I feel like a part of that is, it's all the mentality. Like, you being paid every month is gonna force you to have that budgeting mentality. That's gonna be the difference between you going out on Saturday and you not going out on Saturday. Like, that's gonna dictate what your, like we was just talking about, like, if you working, say you work 40 hours a week, that Saturday, instead of you working overtime, you may sit down and be like, look, the money that I've made and that I was actually able to save after paying my expenses, how can I leverage that to change my life? Like, it's an opportunity cost. We as black people have to understand opportunity cost. Like, say you spent 3 hours sitting down understanding what an asset is because your parents hadn't taught you the difference, or my parents hadn't taught me the difference. Now we got the internet, which is huge. That's resources. The older generation, like say 40 and up, they don't really understand the difference because they didn't want you to understand the difference. We understand the difference because of social media and internet, the internet in general. Like, the access to information is much greater nowadays, so we're automatically going to have a different mentality, or more of an abundance mentality, because there's more of an abundance of information. Like, black people, we made FUBU lame. Bro, FUBU stands for us, by us.
Yeah, we made that shit lame. Yeah.
We made FUBU lame, but you would pay a 3,000% markup on a bag just because it got a European label on it. That's a mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying, this Dior bag delivered to customer, $100. All expenses, $3,000. $3,000 price tag. You would pay it no problem. And not only would you pay it no problem, you would glorify it. You would idolize it. Not only would you idolize it, but you would make sure that you flex on the people that you came up with because you went and got this European bag. Like, they support your community. That's a problem. And that's where it starts. Because you could save up for a bag, you could save up for a car, you could save up for a liability, you could save up for an asset. And that starts with you. That starts with you. That's the bottom line. Because think about it. If we leverage the same tactics that, let's say, the people that truly control society use to control our people, because we're in a perpetual state of consumerism. I've spoken about this in the previous video, so I ain't gonna go too heavy in it. But you leverage that, like, the only difference between my clothing brand, and I'm selling clothes for $50, and their clothing brand is the branding. They leveraging celebrities. They making sure that they create a lifestyle. They create a sense of status behind their clothes. So when you go and you sell your clothes, somebody gonna be willing to pay $400-500 if they see Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jordan. He kind of old. But if they see LeBron wearing it, or if they see Beyonce wearing it, or if they see the younger generation V's or like Rio, they see a young rapper wearing it, and you have them market it, like leverage the same marketing tactics that they're using to target you to get your money. Use it for your advantage, and collaborate. Because at that point in time, you'll understand the abundance. Like you'll be tapped in to the tactics that they use to control our people. And now you realize that money is a tool. Now you understand what I'm saying when I say money is a tool. Like if we tell you we spend $1,000 a month on advertising, you may be like, that's kind of crazy. But the return on investment of that $1,000 a month is not only $10,000 in new sales, but now you got recurring customers based on your business model. You have to think long term. You have to think investments. Because you're going to spend $400 a month on weed, but would you spend $400 a month for your business? Would you put $400 a month into something that you know eventually is going to have a return on investment? That's what I believe true freedom is. Because wealth is not just money. Like the difference between Warren Buffett, if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, you need to look into him and you need to study his business. The difference between Warren Buffett and G Herbo is true wealth. I respect Herb, but this is a pure example. I'm not going to speak that over his life. If Herb doesn't make any more music, put it that way, if he doesn't make any more music, he going to have royalties. He actually got pretty good music. Let's say Ken Carson, whose music probably does not have longevity. Let's just say an artist whose music doesn't have longevity, because I don't want to speak negativity over nobody. That's being rich. The difference between rich and wealth is equity. It's something that's going to appreciate over time. If you got to do a show, or your music has to stay relevant, because nowadays music isn't just about, is it good music? Because we don't even make good music. Like I couldn't understand half the words that Cardi said in his most recent song. It's not about good music anymore. It's about what's trending, which means when the trend is over, your payments are over. What does his legacy look like years down the line? Like Shaq making more money from his business portfolio than he did in his career as an athlete. Like LeBron, a billionaire because of his business portfolio, not because of his NBA contracts. Did he leverage what he had to invest? Of course. You do the same thing. Because even if you can say $500 to $1,000 a month can go towards investing, if nothing else, like $100 a month, like that's better than nothing. So if you want the best for your kids, I believe that's where it starts. It's a mentality.
Yeah. That's
what freedom look like to me. Like we controlling it. We know who is truly in control of our communities. We actually have a say. We actually have not only a seat at the table, but we do what's right. Like we not sitting up clowning Tiffany Henyard and they people, but we coming up with solutions. Like with this next representative, what can we do differently to make sure that they gonna do what they say they gonna do? What can we do to make sure that we support them to make sure that once this thrives, we can take the same thing and duplicate it over here? Like normalize being involved in politics, normalize doing the right thing, because it's easier said than done to do the right thing. But at the end of the day, if we don't intentionally rebuild our communities, they're gonna continue intentionally destroying our communities. So that's what I believe true freedom is. Bro, we shouldn't have to get up, like I'm walking anywhere, like just because I got locks. If I'm wearing my locks down, people gonna stare at you because they don't know no better. We gotta change the narrative. We have to change the narrative. So as your response, you see what I'm saying when I say like what freedom means? Like you wake up and you actually enjoy your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with that, what would you say?
Waking up, actually enjoying my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally waking up. So just going to enjoy my life for the day. Like
yeah,
just free. Like free. Whatever your definition of free is free. For you, me, for free for me is just me getting up and just being free. I ain't got a care in the world.
So
make sure my babies is good. My family good. I'm just saying, like in life in general, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And my mama good, my sister good, just everybody good. Like just, and I got a headache, so forgive me. You know what I'm saying? My thought processes. My head is pounding like right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's just like do. So I'm trying my hardest to hold on.
Now for free from headache.
Free from headaches. Free from,
In Jesus'
free
name.
from bondage. Free from a lot of stuff. Just free. And it's funny you say that because I've been freeing myself from things this week of you know, none of y'all business, but you know, just freeing myself from things that were holding me back, you know, in life. So yeah.
So this is we could all of us could do an exercise, and this is something that black people are, oh, he talking about exercise. No, just no, but the exercise is, bro, get a piece of paper and clearly define what freedom looks like for you. A lot of people gonna start with finances because that's where we're struggling. That's why I shared the financial freedom as the foundation. That's the beginning. Like, we behind right now, and we won't be ahead until we acknowledge that we're behind. And actually, one of my mentors, James Parker, shout out to James Parker in 1921. They building a tech incubator to bring 2,000 tech jobs to the south and west sides of Chicago. Yeah, like, define what the exercise is, clearly define what freedom means for you. Like, what does your life look like after the whatever car you want or whatever house you want? Like, when you wake up in the morning, what do you do? What does that person do? What actually brings joy into your life? Because you could travel the whole world. That may be cool for you, but it probably won't be fulfilling. The fulfillment comes from what impact am I having on the people around me. So that's what I leave y'all with. The next video we'll probably discuss like the difference between equity and liquid capital. Like I said, the difference between rich and wealthy. And that'll help y'all do the exercise as well, which would actually change y'all lives, actually change y'all children's lives, actually change y'all family the way that we want to see it, the way that black excellence should be perpetuated in our community. So with that said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and have a blessed day. Bro, that almond milk is actually decent.